Hello, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a real nice Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to do a tape on. I thought about it a lot. I organized it, but the thing about it is that some of the subjects that we talk on, subjects that I talk on as far as Jehovah Witnesses are concerned, are very deep. And one thing I learned about doing these YouTubes is the fact that if you write so much script, you'll lose so much information. Because if you know something so well, a lot of times you come up with points, as you notice, like when I'm speaking, I come up with a lot of points and ideas from experience. And a lot of times when you put things on paper, you don't come up with so many things. So that's why I want to do this one because it's very important. This one is about the sin of omission. Um, I read about it a lot, but the thing about it is, as far as Christians are concerned, um, it's not really a big sin, okay? Because, like, I know all the churches are not perfect or anything, but a lot of the churches know that they cannot um, uh, practice this sin, okay? Because it doesn't seem like it's very important, but if you know Jesus, I mean, a lot of people make mistakes. A lot of us do a lot of things wrong, but we know when it comes to the sin of omission that we cannot do it. I mean, if you like, I'm saying a lot of that's why a lot of, but they do it naturally. I mean, they don't they don't practice the sin of omission um, naturally, which is good. I mean, I'm saying some things that are good as far as um, human beings are concerned or the world is concerned. I mean, there's a lot of bad that goes on. I know. We can talk about different things that are bad all the time, but this one I want to pick something good as far as the world is concerned. And we all do care about each other, and we all have charities and things that we do to help other people. I mean, like I know that when I walk around in the street and walking to work or doing something that we have to do, a lot of times, you meet people. Oh, I need this, or oh, I need that, and a lot of times you say, I'm sorry or whatever. But sometimes this someone connects with you, and I believe that. I believe that everybody has a connection with somebody else who probably needs something or some help. But I can understand, because you can't say yes all the time, but I can understand that that can't be done all the time. But I know that everybody has connections with certain people. And like I remember one time I was in a just recently I was in a McDonald's, and someone came up to me and they needed something, and there was connection, and I just did it. I mean, I didn't want to start a conversation with the person or whatever, but it's something that maybe, like I said, God tells us. If he says yes, then we just go ahead and do it. But as far as the Jehovah Witness is concerned, and this is what this tape is about, it's the sin of omission. They practice the sin of omission, and they make it into a really, really big sin. So this is what this tape is going to be about. Jehovah Witnesses, how they practice the sin of omission. First of all, and well, first of all, I want to say they start with the world, calling, because like I said, grew up in the religion, and you hear the world, okay? So that immediately puts you in a state to where you're separate from everybody else. And I wanted to say that, oh, this is what I want to say is that it's so ingrained in their culture, the Jehovah's Witness culture, the sin of omission, they don't even realize, they can't, I don't know if they can't know, You can't say that they can't. I would hate to say that they're not accounted for, but they would have to be accounted for. Because like I remember, and I'm almost sure I said this before, I remember when my brother came to, he was this fellowship and no one was supposed to talk to him. And I got this feeling after the meeting, because he had to go outside and, he couldn't congregate with the rest of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And it was just this feeling to go. That's what I believe God, that's the true God, prompted me to do. I don't, maybe it has something to do with conscious, but I'm almost sure that, because it was like a feeling, it was like, you have to go talk to him, you know what I mean? And I remember leaving the Kingdom Hall, and he was sitting in the car, and I went over to him and I said, hi, how are you? Like that, Another time at the assembly, my sister wasn't doing well. Nobody was supposed to talk to her. Nobody was supposed to talk to, again, my older brother. And we were in the assembly, and nobody was supposed to talk to him at all. And I went up and I go, would you like a cup of coffee? And he goes, yeah, I'll take a cup of coffee. And my sister was right along with him, and now she's a Jehovah's Witness, and she would totally deny everything. And I bought them both a cup of coffee. But I know that she was out too, because she was talking to him. She was sitting next to him, okay? They were both sitting together. Nobody told her that she couldn't talk to him, because they both were doing bad. Okay, so now, but the sin of omission, you wouldn't get that feeling. That's the thing. It's like they're so hardcore that they don't feel that. They don't feel that urge to do something. So like I said, this video is not going to be so much structured, because like I said, it's such a big, dense topic. And I want to do this as a conversation mostly. However, I still form like a kind of a structure while I'm speaking, because I want to start out with, first of all, they name out the world, like the world. And just doing that, so I guess this will be talking about how they set up their followers to perform this sin of omission. Excuse me. So the first thing that they do, which I can see clearly, is that they claim everybody is in the world. They say everybody's in the world, okay? And that sets them apart from everybody else. It's just a fake sense of superiority, okay? So they say that even though they are part of the world too, and them doing this makes them definitely a part of the world. But they separate themselves inside this world, of this whole world. So just saying that, I'm not going to get off topic. So just stating that the world, that means that they set everybody else up outside their world. And this is a setup for this sin of omission. Think about it, okay? So now, as I grow up, when I'm very young, I don't know anything else outside. So the only thing I know is that the world, okay? But like I said, I listened to God when I was Jehovah's Witness, but a lot of them don't at all. They don't have that mechanism at all. So what does this world do? So this world, when they respond, when they go out in the world, what they say is the world, it's a false sense of superiority, okay? So that means that when they meet people and when they see people on the street, that's the sin of omission, because instead of them treating people as everybody else, they don't. They don't treat people they don't treat the people that they come in contact with outside of the Jehovah Witness as people, as normal people, you know. Oh, look at that person, or look at this person. I hope that person's all right. When I worked a lot of times in a restaurant, and I noticed this one thing, and I was like that too. But when the Jehovah Witnesses come in to a restaurant, and I can say it because I mean I lived it. Okay, you feel this block, as if you just feel a block, as if they're not part of the world. They're not part of the human society. Okay, it's a false sense of superiority. And that right there, not treating someone as everyone else, is a sin of omission. But it's a hidden sin. It's a kind of a sin that you think you can get out of, but you really can't. Okay? If you have someone and they're part of a church or they're Christian, you don't expect that at all from any church or any. I mean, people can be bad or whatever, but they still know inside that something is wrong, that they're doing something wrong. That's the sin of omission. So other things stem from that, okay? So we have the, like if you sneeze, okay? I know can be, you can say it or you can not say it, but to me, I do it now, but when I was Jehovah's Witness, I would, like if somebody sneezed, achoo, and he said, God bless you, okay? Um, a Jehovah Witness would not feel anything, okay? Would not feel anything. They just don't say anything. They don't say, God bless you. It doesn't not just God bless you, but it's not saying God bless you, because in other languages it's something else, but it still means the same thing. In the Spanish congregation, it's salud, okay? So if you don't say God bless you in English, that means that the Jehovah's Witnesses, most likely in the Spanish congregation, when they say salud, that means they don't even say anything either, okay? Because most likely, if they all teach, I already know how the Jehovah's Witnesses are. And then in French, they would say, I will swear, okay? So just that one kindness, okay, it's like, it's a kind of a sin of omission. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to say that, but I'm just saying it shows something, okay? If you just don't want to say anything, okay? But it's just one little thing. So it's what I'm trying to say. It's just, how can I say? It's a trait. Not just because they don't do that, they don't do a lot of things that show that they're part of the human race. I remember when I was in grammar school, and by then maybe I was like in 6th grade. By then I was well taught just not to celebrate Christmas or Halloween or any of the holidays. Okay. So I would sit outside, and while the classroom was having their party or whatever, okay, and but what I'm trying to say, right then I was being more so groomed as having that kind of being able to utilize or use the sin of omission. What I'm saying is strengthen my ability to not feel others, because I saw everybody. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, because some people don't celebrate birthdays, some people don't celebrate Christmas, but I'm just saying they have all these things together, which strengthens their ability to perform this sin of omission. So you hear, so like I said, like when they had like their parties and everything, they would be like having fun, and I would be outside, but it happened so many times that I became callous to just, I was sitting outside doing nothing, And there was nothing I could do. I mean, there was no smartphones or anything like that, or anything at all imaginative that I could do, but only listen to the kids who were having fun outside at the party. So it kind of like got to the point to where I didn't feel anything. Okay, it was kind of like callous, but I would hear them having fun, and then at the end, when the party was over, I could go in. I remember one of my teachers, Mr. Brookie, she still gave me some candy afterwards, you know. But I'm saying those things, not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating anything, it's like it makes them like a little bit stronger for the sin of omission. Now, the big part is they never ever, they never ever give to any like needy, you know, like have a bake sale or have a food drive or anything like that. It's nothing like that. To me, that would be a very big sin of omission. And right now, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but it is a big deal. The reason why it doesn't, a sin of omission never feels like it's no big deal is because it's not doing something. There was one example of what, because some people probably don't understand what the sin of omission is, but it's like when, okay, they use it as an example, but I don't think it's a good example, but it at least shows you an example, concrete example. If you're fighting with your sister and your mother says, don't do that, and you get in trouble, well, that's a sin. I mean, that's like, okay, not a sin, but I'm just saying that's like something, you did something wrong that your parents told you not to do, okay? I mean, you did something wrong, you both fought, and that it's not supposed to fight. So that's a certain kind of thing to do wrong. Then they gave me an example of, I read it online, of your mother telling you to do your room, clean your room, and then you don't clean it. You don't clean it. It's something that you didn't do. So that's more like a sin of omission, although that's not the sin of omission. It just shows you an example. One is where you're doing something wrong, and the other one is where you're not actually doing anything at all. When you should do something wrong, when you should do something right. So it's like not doing something right is doing something wrong. So think about it. Now think about all the things, all the sins of omission that the Jehovah Witnesses are practicing. For instance, and I heard some really, really sad. It's just, I mean, I could understand them and everything, but certain people that left the Jehovah Witnesses and how they left and how they had nothing and how they had to start from nothing, all of that is definitely a sin of omission. And it's not done by one person, it's done by a whole congregation. And they are so callous that they don't even think about it. They don't even think about that they're committing a sin of omission. Like, for instance, I remember one person, I just remember it was a long time ago, and he talked about, I mean, it was like something that happened to me, but it was really bad. I mean, just very, very bad. A lot of them, maybe, just a lot of them, but I remember his the most. And how he just had to start from nothing. And the whole congregation knew. I mean, the whole congregation knew that he was going to have these problems, but yet they can go on and live their life without thinking one thing about that person. Okay. I wanted to say, use another example because I don't want to use me as an example. I know the same thing happened to me, but but I don't want to use myself as an example. But I seen a lot of YouTubes to where they left their organization, left their family, and they just can go on as if nothing happened. Every person that did these people wrong are actually committing a sin. the sin of omission. Now I can use my sister as an example. My niece was able to go over, one of my nieces was able to go over to my sister's house. Her, okay, I'm not going to say her husband because they're separated. But she was able to go, and my sister, and she heard my sister's say that I love my family, but I love God more. But the thing about it is that's the sin of omission. So you Jehovah's Witness that listen right now you know. I mean, you already knew. I don't know if you knew or whatever, but I think you're going to be counted for it. But I'm not judging anybody. But that's the sin of omission. So my own sister had a sin of omission because she's saying that her not showing love to her brother is something that she's doing for God when that's not true, because that's the sin of omission. And so now you can think about it, and now you have a position for those who how can you say, who, what do they do when they don't speak to you? Who, I forgot the name of it. Um, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, when they don't speak to you, when they don't speak to you, okay, when they don't speak to you, but we were talking about when they know that you're in danger, that you could be in danger, not even thinking about the fact that you could be in danger is also a sin of omission. That means that they don't even want to think about it. They want to be callous to it. So they've done the sin of omission so many times that it doesn't even bug them. Okay? Now going on to not them knowing that something could be wrong with, or something could happen to the person, which is a sin. Now we're going on to when they don't speak to you at all, which is a sin of omission also. I mean, just say, when you walk on the street, and I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm just saying you come across a person, because some people are crazy and some people are scary and all this other stuff. But you're in a store or you're just doing something casual and somebody says, "Oh, hello, how are you?" Or "Hi, how are you?" And you don't say anything at all. I mean, that's not right. I mean, you can see where we're connected to each other. That has something to do with like a sin of omission. Because if you just don't say anything at all for the reason of not wanting to say anything at all, because you don't care about other people, that's like a sin of omission. And when you do it so much, like the Jehovah's Witnesses, it becomes so callous. So now you can state that I can actually say my sister committed a lot of sins of omission. When my mother was very, very sick, and for 3 years they hid her from us, and she wanted to see us. That's a sin of omission. And who did my mother end up with at the end? A Catholic, who most likely a Catholic who, what do you call those houses? Anyway, they have this hospice, okay? And most of the Jehovah's Witnesses run, I mean, most of the Catholics run the hospice. And most likely they pray for her in the Catholic faith. Because she was the only one there, the nurse was the only one there, and my sister. So anyway, what I was saying, that was a sin of omission. All the times that my mother wanted to see her and she knew it, and the only thing they gave her was a picture, that's a sin of emotion. I mean, sin of omission. So now you have something to place that, to where the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses always say, "That's so wrong, that's so wrong, that's so wrong." But yet, now you know that is not just wrong, but it's a sin of omission. So all of the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that left their religion, and the ones that left in pain, when someone in the congregation could have helped them, they were committing the sin of omission. And that's why it hurt so bad, because they were doing an actual sin. They were a sin. I mean, just like doing something very wrong to somebody, it's the same thing. Okay? But it's hidden, you know? So that's what I wanted to talk about, but this is something you really have to think about as far as this sin of omission that Jehovah Witnesses practice. It's so normal. It's in their culture. Okay. There's so many other things that I can come up with as far as showing you that the sin of omission is there. Like I said, when they go to their door-to-door ministry or whatever, and they don't listen to the people, the only thing they think about is selling books, or the only thing they think about is getting their point across. That's like a sin of omission. That means you don't want to hear anybody. The only thing you want to do is to sell your book or get somebody to be a Jehovah Witness. That's a sin of omission, because they want something. So that's as far as I can go as far as the sin of omission is concerned. I thought about it a lot, and I know that, I mean, I don't, whenever I come up with certain things, I don't say it's myself. I always say that God helped me, because I don't really, I don't put so much pride in the things that I do, which I think is good. I mean, I do a lot of things, but I don't think, everything I do is so great. But I know it's great because, I know it's great when I know my ideas from God. So that's something to think about. So now you can think about all the times that they hurt you, and every day that your sister or your brother or somebody doesn't call you, they're actually committing a sin of omission. They do it every day. And I think that they may get counted for it. It's just like any other sin, It's the same as you. If they call you and you go, I'm not going to talk to them because they didn't talk to me all this time. If you do that, that'd be like bad. That would be like a sin. But you can't do that. You already know that. As soon as they call you, you're going to answer. Okay? Because you are not a type of person who commits the sin of omission, but they practice it daily. So I want everybody to think about that. And as far as my Jehovah Witnesses friends, I know that you watch my channel. Thank you very much. And I do feel that you're my YouTube friend now. And now you know that you have something else on your shoulders. That's the sin of omission. So you think about all of that, and you can see it in your organization, okay? Everywhere, okay? And I could come up with some more points, but it's like getting close to 30 minutes now, and I don't want it to be that long, but I wanted to give you that point. I hope everybody has a nice Christmas. I'm going to be celebrating Christmas with everybody here, and I hope everybody's doing fine, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, happy holidays. Thank you very much. This is Pierre Deux. Thank you. Bye.